Good morning, book buddies. It's Miss Evelyn with another awesome story. Well, summer is over. So let's celebrate summer with a book about summer. Our book today is The Lemonade Ripple. The author is Paul Reichert, and he's also the illustrator. He did all of the pictures. So let's get started and see what this book is about. This is Caroline. She and her grandmother are picking lemons from their lemon tree. I bet you can guess what they're going to make, right? Lemonade. Caroline is up in the tree picking lemons, and grandmother is in the other tree picking lemons. All of a sudden, grandmother hears a loud sound. Oh no! Caroline has fallen out of the tree and broken her arm. Grandmother has to take her to the doctor. Oh, poor Caroline. As Caroline was leaving the hospital, where her doctor's office is, she heard a noise. It was a screech, screech, screech. It was her friend Shannon in her wheelchair. "Hi, Shannon," said Caroline. "What are you doing here?" Caroline said, "Oh, I come to the doctor's office all the time to get shots for my legs so they'll feel better." But Caroline didn't understand why Shannon's wheelchair was making so much noise. Shannon explained to her that her wheelchair is very old and she needed a new one, but her parents couldn't buy a new one because they didn't have enough money. So as Caroline and her grandmother drove home, Caroline was thinking about Shannon and wondering what could she do to help her. So she told her grandmother, "Let's have a lemonade stand and raise money for Shannon so she can have a new wheelchair." And that's just what they did. They got busy having a lemonade stand, making the lemonade. They had lemons and water and sugar. They mixed it all together. It was delicious. And Caroline made a stand that said lemonade for 50 cents. I hope everybody comes and buys some lemonade so they can help Shannon. And guess what? Everybody came. All of the children in the neighborhood came. Emmy came. Kenny came. Miss Brenda D came. She brought her favorite ice cream. All of her friends came. Delilah came. Ella came. Leah came. Everybody was there. Shannon was so happy. She had so much money now that she could buy Shannon a new wheelchair. And then two of her friends said, "Caroline, I have an idea. We can raise even more money for Shannon. Let's go around the neighborhood and clean up everybody's yard and they'll pay us for cleaning and that will be more money." So that's what they did. They all got together and all of the neighbors gave them their spare change. They had so many coins. Guess what? Then they had another idea. "We can wash all the dogs and people will pay us and we'll have even more money for Shannon." So they got busy washing the dogs. Vito was there. He was a big, pretty dog. Vito loved to have his fur washed and brushed. The dogs went for a walk and everybody was having fun. Then they thought, "I have another idea. Let's wash all the dirty cars. And then we can make even more money for Shannon." So all of the neighbors brought their dirty cars for Shannon to wash, for Carolyn and all of her friends to get busy washing cars so they could have even more money. When they were all finished, they had so much money. They were so happy. But Shannon didn't know anything about it, and she was going to be so surprised. So Grandmother and Caroline said, "Let's have a big party for Shannon and surprise her." So Grandmother and Caroline called Shannon and said, "Shannon, we're having a big party. Can you come down to the river and meet us there?" They were going to have a big race, a boat race. Everybody met at the river, and everybody was so excited and happy they couldn't wait for Shannon to get there to see her new wheelchair. Isn't this a nice story? What a nice thing. So when Shannon and Caroline got there and all the other friends, Shannon said, "What's going on?" And they said, "We have a new wheelchair." And they put Shannon in her new wheelchair. Look at her face. Isn't she happy and surprised? So in order to get the big party started, they had a big cannon and they had to pull the cord on the cannon so it would go boom, which means let's get the party started. Guess who they asked to pull the cord? That's right, Shannon pulled the cord and boom, the party was ready. Caroline showed Shannon how they could row in the boat. Shannon was so happy as she waved to Caroline. Caroline and Shannon were friends forever because Caroline did such a nice thing for her friend. And all day long, everybody sailed in the water, playing and waving to Shannon. Well, that's the end of our story. I hope you have a friend like Caroline who did something very nice for her friend Shannon. I hope you all had a great summer running, playing, swimming, and maybe you even had a lemonade stand. So remember, always do something nice for someone else. And someone will do something nice for you, and you will feel happy. Goodbye for now, and don't forget, say your prayers and brush your teeth before you go to bed. Listen to mommy and daddy. Be nice to your brothers and sisters. Always say please and thank you. Do your homework and clean up after your mess. Be a friend and not a bully. And run, play, and jump outside. So until next time, be good, book buddies. Goodbye.